Good morning, everybody. It's morning for me. I don't know when you're watching this, but anyways, I completed my first Christmas album for the season. And I don't know, it might be the only one. I do have another paper collection to do, but I just couldn't do any more red and green. So I'm off to a winter one, but it's going to be nice. But anyways, this actually took me a while. I just haven't had much time for crafting lately. It's just been busy since Thanksgiving. But I finished it, and let me get it on video, and I'll show you the paper collection I used. This isn't one that I bought this year. This is very old, and it's from Recollections from Michael's. Gosh, probably 2012. So yeah, it's been in my stash for quite a long time. In fact, I destashed all my Christmas papers that I had, and this was the only one that I kept because I really wanted to use it and I loved it. So what it's called Memories Never Melt, and it's just an adorable collection. I still have some left, but not much. But anyways, so this is what I came up with. It is 6.5 by 8.5, the cover. And then 6 by 8, I think, are the pages on the inside. So this is the cover. And this is a really thick, glossy, it kind of just feels like it has like a shellac over it type of paper. So, and the prints on it were pretty big. But this is what I came up with. This is the cover. I cut out this stocking from one of the pages. I actually shortened it and made it little. I cut the top off and then cut this off and glued it down to make it smaller to fit on here. And I glued some lace. It has just a button holding the seam binding to close it because it popped open. I cut out the snowman head, excuse me, from part of the collection, and I left it as like a tag so you can kind of label and write on the back, and it hangs on the spine. And then there's the back, just kind of plain. And let me take you on the inside. So there's how it lays. Real cute. Oh, and I used one of these fragment pieces that we all know, and it says Believe. So there's that, and untie this, and we'll go on the inside. So here's my first page, the back cover, and I did just a pocket with and this is the paper collection. Very big prints, so it was kind of challenging to get this put together, but I cut it up and utilized everything good. So here's just a photo flip. You could put photo, and photo on the back. And then that tucks in there. And you can also store Christmas cards, you know, if you have special Christmas cards in there. It's a pretty deep pocket. And then the way I kind of designed this mini album is like these are too cute to cover up with a picture. So I kind of leaving, I mean, it's your choice if you purchase this, but leaving these cover things as they are, but then the pictures can go on the inside. So it's kind of like an interactive book to open. You know, if it was mine, I would not put a picture here, but you can. I would leave it just to show and then open up and place a picture here. And then I left this, you could put a photo here. I left this like for journaling. You could place a photo, but journal. And actually you could tuck your photos in here too, so you don't have to waste the paper. And there's a tag for journaling. You could place a small photo and journal or whatever. And then a photo can go here. So that's that. And then the mats on the inside. And I fussy cut is not a word, I don't think. I fussy cut the mittens out of one of the paper, and so your photo will slide underneath the mitten like that. And then the backs are blank. You could put a big 5x7 or just journal on the photo mats. And then the ends of the mittens stick out so you can pull your tabs out. So that's the first page. And then here, I didn't need a lot of embellishments on this because the paper's embellishment enough, the big prints and everything. I fussy cut out this. You'll see it was on one of the papers, so I fussy cut that out. What is it, a holly? And I glued it on there, so that opens up like that. And then this is room for a nice big photo here. So your photo would look good there. And then that lifts up. And there's, you can see where I fussy cut. And I fussy cut another one out to put at the bottom. So, and your photo will slide under that. Like that. So look how cute your photo will look in there. Isn't that adorable? But anyway, so then this is just a pocket page. And the mats pull out so you can place photos. And again, the backs are blank in case you don't want to cover up the paper, but trimming out your, this paper, you know, you could still trim it, put a, you know, photo that size, and you still got plenty of paper covering up, showing. So there's our photo mats. They tuck in there. Like that. And then this page I did, I had a die, a stocking die, fit paper, and your photo will slide under there, so you can crop a small photo there if you want, or leave it as is. That opens up, and then these are kind of plain, so your photos will fit in there. Am I on frame? That opens that way. And then this reveals an upside down pocket right there with photo mats. There's the mittens I trimmed out, and the backs are blank. So those slide in there, close that up, and again, that pulls out, and your photo can slide underneath. And they tuck nicely in there, and they fit really good. And then here's this page, and again, I kind of left these fronts decorative so that you kind of open them up to reveal your photos. And you could put a nice photo here, and it'll slide under this Merry Christmas like that. So a good photo can go there. And you can also tuck your photo down in there if you want. And then journaling tags on both of those pockets. And then that'll tie back up like that. And then this page, I used a die cut, and again I would leave that blank just to make it open and see what's inside. And then you could put a photo here, and then this is just revealing a nice pocket with photo mats. Actually, these are photo booklets. So you got two nice photo booklets there, and a nice little snowman. And there's still room, you can place photos in there if you want, loosely. Or cards, Christmas cards that you got, or different memorabilia. And he closes back up. And then again, there's another tag, or photo mat. And everything's magnetized, of course. And then this one, I left like a pocket, so you can just, I tied some twine with this little gingerbread, and you wrap it around these buttons to open it up. And nice photo can go right here. And also you could tuck in little journal spots or a photo. You can do a little square photo if you crop them, and it'll tuck under that. And then the bottom I left plain so you could journal. And then that folds back up, and you just wrap this around the button to keep it down. So I thought that was cute. And then here's this page, which again, these are lined so you could journal if you want, and open them up like a book. So you open up to reveal your photos, and these pockets again are little journaling tags. And then this opens, you could place a photo here and here. And this side's the same tag as well. And this opens up. And you can put a nice photo there. A nice photo here. And a really nice picture with Santa Claus there I thought would look cute. Nice, you could get a good 5x7 there. So there's that, and we'll tie that back up. Really cute paper collection. I really loved it. It was a little hard to work with because it was big and trying to cut it and position it all, but it worked. It was fun. And again, your photo can go there, little candies. And then my last page, I left that beautiful little gingerbread house. And if this was my doing with photos, I would leave that as like a cover page. There's a little magnet, the flap closure. You can even journal there and put dates if you want. And then this opens up so you can put nice photos on here, and here, and here, and here. So you could get quite large photos. You could do 5 by 7 if you wanted, and still have plenty of room for your paper to show through. And then that's just plain. I left these bigger for, you know, maybe if you wanted to accumulate the years of pictures with Santa, the kids, or something. Those pictures you buy. And then here I fussy cut out the muttons and I backed them on cardstock to make a pocket so that these tags will fit under there. They're loose up like that, so they formed a pocket. This is the back cover. And then I put photo mats and they fit right back in there. And you can also tuck photos or whatever. So, and then I've just used that polka dotted cardstock in between my gussets. And that's how it looks that way. And the back is got a button that holds my ribbon for the closure as well. And that's how it ties shut. And I just love that little tag. You could write the date or something. And there it is. That's my first Christmas mini for the season, and it is for sale in my Etsy store. I will have the link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing that. And I'm on my way to make another one, but this time I'm going to do a winter kind of one with these kind of colors, the Bow Bunny. So that's going to be my next one, and then I'll go back to red and green because I really have... I don't do too much with red and green, but I did love this paper. So, all right, so there's my Christmas for you. Head on over to my Etsy store. I also have other albums. I still have Halloween in there and other albums that you might like. And there's a link on Pretty Paper Maker on Etsy, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. All right, thanks. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.